Hi everybody. In this video, I will talk about how to send a put request to update data in your database server. And in this lesson, I will here, for example, we have a form, and when you press to edit in Flatlist item, you type your new information, and then the information or parameter will be sent to the server with the food ID, and the change name and change food description has been sent to the server. And after the server receive it, will update the data in the database, MongoDB, Postgre, etc. And after the updating process is finished, the database is updated, and then the server will respond to the client or the Reactnative app. The respond as a JSON. We have result, we have data, we have a message that the food has been updated successfully, and then it will update to the Flatlist and refresh the Flatlist item here. Okay, now I start with the previous lesson, and in the previous lesson we have the edit button. So we define a function update a food, and please always use try catch for this type of function. So we have the API for update an existing data. So we have this API. It is a put API. So how can I test this API? So please use Postman, and this Postman here we send put request, and you can learn about this in NodeJs ES6 tutorial. We have the parameter here. We have the food ID, we have a name, and it will update the food the data depending on the food ID. So after sending request, we see that we have the new data has been updated, the name has been updated, the food description has been updated. So you can check the database by open the RoboMongo here, and you can query to see the database. So we have the database has been updated successfully, and I use a fetch. In this function I use a fetch. So we have the first parameter is API link. The second is a fetch option. And what about the fetch option? We have a method is put method. It means that it will update, and I use the same as the previous function by inserting data. So we have a new response JSON, and we get the result from the response JSON, and I export the updated food function to other file which can be used. So inside the Flatlist item we have item. So item here mean it is a state. So when item change, the state is changed, and it will re-render the function as a component. So I remove this code line when I press edit, and I will get the selected item by choosing between the state and the prop. So I will get the updated state of the item, and otherwise I use the prop sent from the Flatlist. So it will update the change in state. So what about I copy this line and paste to here. So the input parameter will be selected item. I copy selected item, paste to here. Okay, so let's come to the show edit model. So this function, where is this function? So I open edit model, and we have a show edit model here. We have input parameter is editing food. So this editing food will be the same as in the data in the the database. So we have the ID here, not key. I use the ID, the underscore ID. So after pressing edit, we see that the data has been fetched to the edit model. The data is edit model is the same as edit item. So we also remove this code. So this code is when you press save. Then you remove this code line and replace with the new code. So in this code, I will call the update of food, and it will successful or it will false. False means catch and successful means then. And then I call this update of food function with the parameter. The parameter get from the text input. So we have text input from name and food description. So what about the parameter? I can define the parameter here. So the param is an object containing some of the field or property, food ID, name, food description. This field is get from the state. So we have a state.key, we have state.foodName, etc. So we have this, and then I will check that if the result is okay or successful. I will refresh the flatlist item. And where is this function? This function means that it will refresh the data in the flatlist item to update the new data if it is successful. So it is here, and it is this function. This function is here, and I remove this code not necessary, and I replace with the change item. Once the item is changed, it will update the state, and after the state is updated, it will re-render the component, the flatlist item component, and I call this set state and update a new state with a change item, and the item state will be updated with the change item. Okay, and press to edit model. And this is the change item. The input parameter is the change item. So the change item here, we have ID, we have name, we have food description. Then I get it from the state, and the state is get from the text input. So I will close the or dismiss edit model after finish, or I close the model after finish, and you comment out this line. It is not necessary. So catch and then is some of the function called when it is finished. So I import the updated food, or import this function to here, and then I test pressing edit and change the value of food description and press save. Okay, but it does not update. Why it does not update? Because you have to refresh, check to refresh the item. So here we have a text for flatlist item. So you have to get the prop and the state. Because the state is changed, you can choose between the state and the prop. The prop or the property is the old value, and the new value is the state. So we have a name state, we have a description state, and then I add the description state to the text for description. Yes. Yes, we have two text field get from the prop and the state, and then I can run the program to check again by pressing. Okay, so press edit. Let's press edit, and then change the value. The new value of fresh mushroom 999, or the vegetable table 999. press OK. It is updated successfully, and you can also update the second per item 1 2 3 or 1 2 3, and then you press save. Okay, yes, it is updated successfully. Okay, this lesson is end today. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos or update the code from GitHub here. Thank you.